Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Mr. Massey, as you know. Let's pass these things out. We'll talk about what we're going to look at today and what we did yesterday and what we're going to do tomorrow as well. It's all about Shakespeare. We're in the Shakespeare unit, as you guys know. Could you guys each take one of those? I think there might be an extra one. That's the sonnet we're going to look at today, sonnet number 138. And then, actually the same for this, it's 2 pages each. It's a graphic organizer. We'll use that during our time together. So we each take front and back. That's two-sided. And got that. And around. Candace. Thank you very much. Okay, so the song we're going to look at is sonnet 138, as we said, Shakespeare. You'll need a pen, don't worry about highlighters. And let's take a look through here. So, in terms of what we looked at yesterday, you guys looked at sonnet number 73, as you know. That time of year, thou mayst me behold, when yellow leaves or none or few do hang. Today we're going to look at 138, as I mentioned. And we're talking about how Shakespeare uses connotative meaning. So the implied meaning, not the dictionary definition of meaning, but what's implied. So mood, or a rose might mean love, or it means it's a rose. So that's connotative versus denotative meaning. So we're going to look at that. And we're going to talk more about how Shakespeare uses that connotative meaning to convey theme, a certain theme, whether it's about love or whatever. In this case, it has to do with love and lying and age and other things like that. How's it going, Taylor?
Sorry.
Long night?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you had a good breakfast. You did some oatmeal in there.
I woke up late.
Did you? All right, man. That's all right. I'm tired too. In fact, I'm 3/4 asleep. To be honest, and then tomorrow, as we work through the end of this unit, you're going to be looking at sonnet number 116. So just keep that in mind for tomorrow, what we work on today. Because these same tools that we use today and the topics that we talk about are all applicable for yesterday and for tomorrow and going into next week also. Let's see, I forgot about all these animations I put here. Okay, so we're going to take a moment, and this is, think about, big picture, the theme of what this sonnet might be about that we're going to have a look at. And so keep that in mind. Of course, she's here now. Is that Dr. Martinez?
Yeah.
Perfect timing, of course I'm first. And you're going to talk together. I guess we've got 4 people, so... Hello. I forgot I'm recording right now, so... Don't watch what I'm saying. So, we're going to talk to each other in pairs, like I said, you guys, you two, if you don't mind, and then Candace and Taylor. And just take a minute to talk about when is it okay to lie in a relationship? When is it okay to lie in a relationship? So is it okay? Is it not okay? When is it okay? Just take a minute for that.
Yeah, I would think that
Probably like a white lie.
if it would be like something that relates to your past, that you are no longer that person anymore. It's not.
Yeah.
Because you're already evolved into a different person, and that would be used against you. Or, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
One person might be insecure and then say, well, this is how you used to be, so you don't even remember.
Yeah.
You gotta do what you
It's
gotta
not,
do.
it doesn't matter.
That's right. You gotta
Yeah.
do
Back
what you
now,
gotta
ask
do.
for forgiveness later.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're
That's
holding-
right.
Whenever
Forgiveness
like
later.
the lie,
Not
like,
wishing.
as long as my big lie, if something's just a precept.
What's looking
But
at?
like, as long as it's not gonna like hurt you, like you're, it's kind of what you're saying.
Yeah.
As long as like it's a lie to like cover, it's not prevent hurt, then it's good to go.
I guess. Let's round it back up here for a moment. And so just give me one person from your guys' group, either one of you. What did you guys basically chat about? What are your thoughts?
We talked about lying to spare someone's feelings. So maybe you do it because you care about their feelings and you don't want to hurt their feelings. Like they ask you, do I look good in this dress? And even if they don't, you say, yes, you do, because you don't want to hurt their feelings, even though you're lying.
The kindness lie, I love it. Yeah, I love it.
So maybe that's acceptable.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Cool. Yeah, I've heard that before, that's for sure. And what about you guys? Either one of you?
We talked about, not lying, but withholding information that would be, hurtful to the relationship in regards to your past image. Like, if you were acting a certain way before, but you're not like that anymore, then why tell your partner when it doesn't matter anymore? Because that's, the information is not clear.
Okay, so I might be okay in that sense because it's in the past, maybe so it's not relevant anymore, and why cause like future pain with new and with older information?
Right, because she might be insecure, or she might not feel like you're putting out everything for her to understand who you are.
Right, but you may not be that person anymore, so if you did put that out, then maybe that's further confusion rather than like who you really are now. So, okay, cool. All right, so keep that in mind, this idea of lying, and is it okay to lie, is it not okay to lie in love, because this is what Shakespeare's trying to convey through, and again, as I mentioned, quantitative meaning. So we'll look at that a little bit more as we go through here. We're going to read the sonnets together. Actually, I'm going to read it so you guys can hear, well, not as Shakespeare would read it, but as it generally should be read. And you guys covered this a couple days ago, but I'm going to read it with enjambment. Does anyone know what enjambment means, or do you remember what enjambment means?
Yes.
Candace, what's enjambment?
Where there's like a period or semicolon in the middle of the line, it's not at the end line. Is that correct?
Yeah. So can you explain it just a little bit more? Because that's the right idea. Exactly.
That there's a pause within the line of the poem in the middle of the line, where instead of at the end of the line.
Yeah, and that's roughly correct. And so essentially, like if we're in class and you're reading, you don't read Shakespeare often, you might stop at the end of each line, regardless of punctuation.
Yeah.
But you don't want to do that. You don't want to read it and stop. Read a line and stop, read a line and stop. You want to read it through to an end punctuation, so a period, a question mark, an exclamation point. So you read it naturally. So one quatrain, that's like a stanza, but in a song that's called a quatrain. So there's one quatrain, a second quatrain, third quatrain, and there's a couplet at the bottom, 2 lines at the bottom, which you get a resolution to everything that's going on from the first 3. So that's enjambment, yeah. Okay, so let me read this. You guys will read along on your copies there. So sonnet number 138. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I do believe her, though I know she lies. That she might think me some untutored youth, unlearned in the world's false subtleties. Thus vainly thinking that she thinks me young, although she knows my days are past the best, simply I credit her false speaking tongue. On both sides thus is simple truth suppressed. But wherefore says she not she is unjust? And wherefore say not I that I am old? Oh, love's best habit is in seeming trust, and age in love loves not to have years told. Therefore I lie with her, and she with me, and in our faults by lies we flattered be. So that's Sonnet 138 by Shakespeare. Move along here. Okay, so we're going to take a minute to try and understand better what we're talking about here. So you've got your graphic organizer in front of you, the say, mean, matter. We're going to have a look at the say on the far left side portion first. So now we're not breaking it down in this first column. We're just talking about what does it say, right? Not paraphrasing, not getting to the deeper meaning like Shakespeare's conveying this because of this. Just what does it say, right? So if you guys look at the first side there of say, you're going to work in pairs again to do that. In each quatrain, so you're going to go through. So like, for example, if I give an example or model that for you. So it says, when my love swears that she is made of the truth. Basically, just basically saying that she's always telling the truth, right? She's always telling the truth all the time. So it's very, very simple. It's not paraphrasing deeply. So go ahead and take a few minutes to go through each one. So you're going to go through, so you're going to work, again, same pairs. So work through the first quatrain. Just what is it, right? You're going to write down in your graphic organizer, just basically what does it say? Second quatrain, third quatrain, and then the couplet. So you're going to take a few minutes to do that now. Yes, sir.
All of them we're going to do just say, we're not going to move to mean, right?
We're only doing this, the far left say section now.
Okay.
Exactly right.
Okay.
Perfect. What does it say?
So, my love swears that she is made of truth. She's a liar.
Just getting a time check here.
Little return or something.
Is that remaining?
Yeah.
Oh, remaining.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's right.
It's talking about someone
She might think men
so when they say false speaking tongue, that's like,
That
that's what I'm thinking,
She
is literary
thinks
she's
term
pulling a
to
fast one.
convey
she thinks so.
something else. And the other person is like, I'm the type of person that trusts, because it says, oh, love's best habit is exceedingly trust.
is he okay with this? Chief, the line?
Doesn't mainly
He's,
I like to think she thinks
indulging in the same type of behavior, therefore I lie with her, and she lies with me.
Unless you know
Like,
it is or fast.
we're okay with it
Yeah.
because we likes
Yeah.
attract,
Wants
like
to
attracts
come on
like.
my- nothing my looks, yeah.
Yeah.
Typically, I correct
Hiding.
false speech on both sides. But she wants some young, young studs.
That's-
Sure, that's what Shakespeare was thinking for sure. Hey guys, just for the sake of time, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I know I'm winding down in time, like 3 minutes, so let's just take a moment to come back really quickly. Candace, what did you get for, what does it generally say, the first whatever quatrain or whatever you looked at? Second quatrain, first quatrain?
So I saw that it is about a girl that is dishonest and that she is in that type of environment where she thinks it's okay.
Okay, she's dishonest, but in this situation, it's okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay. And, was it, my first,
Because
Keith?
she's young.
Because she's young, okay, so
Yeah.
it's youth-based, okay. Got it, the experience, untutored, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Keith, what do you get there?
The first quatrain we said, it literally says, my girlfriend's a liar, but she thinks that I believe her. Because it says she thinks that I'm unlearned in the world's false subtleties. So maybe she thinks that like she's fooling me, or maybe she thinks like I don't see that she's being a little dishonest sometimes, that she's not made of truth.
So possibly shady.
Maybe not shady, that maybe like she thinks like I don't see through it, is what it means. Like,
Oh, because he's untutored,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense, cool. All right, yeah, that's great.
Like naive.
yeah.
Naive, yeah, exactly.
Naive, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are exactly on track, yeah, exactly right. Unlearned, naive, inexperienced. So let's take a moment, just because some of these words maybe tough for you guys or challenging. I know in theory you read and annotated this last night for homework, so I know you did.
Of course.
Having said that, we'll take a minute now. If there are any words you didn't annotate, we're gonna read them off now, and I'm gonna give you synonyms for those. So you can just, in your sonnet, you can just underline that word and write it down the synonym, because that'll be helpful again for you today and also going forward, because you guys have a summative assessment in about a week on all of this stuff to figure out how Shakespeare conveys themes. So this will help you with that goal too in a week. So, some of the vocabulary here that I thought would be helpful for you. Untutored, we said inexperienced or maybe naive, as Candace mentioned. Unlearned, notice there's that accent, it's not unlearned, it's unlearned. That's how Shakespeare wanted that to be pronounced and how he would pronounce it. Uneducated, subtleties, small differences. Vainly, in this case, proudly. Again, there are different definitions for all of these, whether it's the dictionary one, the denotative or the connotative, the implied one. But we're going with these in regard to the context of this specific situation. How am I on time?
You got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
All right. And I'll just wind it down. Simply, easily in this case. Simply, easily. Suppressed, to stop. Thus is so. Wherefore, so that tricky sentence, but wherefore says she not, she is unjust. It's a tricky one, it's a tongue twister. It just means why. So wherefore is why, so why doesn't she say that she's unjust? Why doesn't he say that he's old? Well, because, basically because, in love you can do that. And it's okay if you accept those lies, right? Habit, practice, but habit has other meanings too. So if I have more time, we get to that, because there are other kinds of habits, right? Like a nun's habit, for example, which is all covering, like covering lies.
Yeah.
But that would have come later. Quickly, therefore, so, and then flattered in this case means praise. Okay, guys, so time's up for us today. Tomorrow, again, we'll go into the next sonnet, which, as I mentioned, give me 1 second. You guys have this in your syllabus already, but just in case, give me 1 minute. Tomorrow you guys will be looking at Sonnet 116, so keep that in mind. So you're supposed to read that tonight. Just make notes in there, annotate that. Any words you don't feel comfortable with or whatever, write those down, look those up. And we'll talk more about it tomorrow. And again, keep it in mind, you'll have your exam in 1 week on, again, how does Shakespeare convey meaning through, and theme through these things, through these words, and through connotative meaning, implied meaning. That's it. Have a great day. Thank you.